My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 141, or Episode 3. My hero? More like, my God, what a sucker punch to us. All right, guys, we're here back for Geek Rants to cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, My Hero Academia, and my goodness, I've read the manga. I wasn't ready. Will, how are you feeling about this episode?
I didn't read nothing, and I'm still reeling from last episode. Then y'all hit me with this. This episode was wild. All right, and just for the simple fact of that there was a traitor among everyone. It was already speculated before, and then finding out who the traitor was. Yeah, I didn't expect to be that person. All signs pointed for me to someone else, and then when you go back and read the writing on the wall, like there has been stuff all along that's made you think. So yeah, they set me up for the okie doke on this one.
Oh yeah, they set us all up. And reading the manga, there was so many different angles and so many different ideas, visualizations of where things were going. I know we speculated on the live stream, and thanks for those who joined us on our live streams for the My Hero Academia episode. A lot of people thought for the longest time it was the Invisible Girl, and the other one was for, and I'm blanking on his name, the hero who is able to control animals. And they said it was him
So
because they thought
anima.
he would be able to control the principal, because the principal is technically an animal for all things considered, and would have been a perfect puppet for engineering how My Hero Academia, the school itself, could have been functioning directly under the thumb of One for All, which I think was a fun fan theory, but ultimately debunked, with this Aoyama information.
All right. So I think that all right, I do like that theory. Only reason I think that theory wouldn't pan out so like that is I think that whoever he controls has to have a lower intelligence than him. That's what it seems to be from a lot of the creatures of control, because that's something that could play a factor. But Aoyama is why I thought it was Hagakure for a second, just because of the screenshots they showed. But again, I also assumed that it could have been misdirection, and it absolutely was misdirection. It was just kind of showing that somebody was talking, and again, Aoyama being the spy, the one who's constantly out in front, can't stop twinkling. Look at me. Again, no one pays attention to the fool, the town drunk. He's just doing what he does, having fun and whatever. They're so used to shenanigans, nobody says nothing. But again, he was the plant and he was the one setting up because he was quirkless. He was given a quirk by All for One, and that's why the quirk doesn't agree with him, because his body wasn't compatible for it, because it was given to him. He wasn't built up with it, and that just set the stage for All for One to get all the information he needed to know with the USJ attack, the different things, getting Midoriya alone, hunting down it. Like, this was strategically planned, plotted, and set up to make UA fail. And they would have gotten away with it too. It wasn't for those pesky kids. I mean,
Those pesky meddling hero academias. But I mean, so many things happened with Aoyama. You can kind of feel for him in so many respects. And I know, he's still a traitor. He still betrayed his friends. But at the same time, given his position, you feel like if the roles were reversed, Deku wouldn't have done this, but it would have been pondered at the very least because he wanted to be a hero so bad. He wanted to be like all his friends. He wanted to be like his hero. He wanted to be like his, what his soon to be mentor turned out to be. But Deku did everything the right way. Aoyama, on the other hand, has done everything the wrong way. And he ended up in this terrible position. And his family, while, parents are doing what they want to ensure that their kids have the best lives possible for them, ended up throwing in with the wrong people. And now we can see clearly where that ended up. And it's a tough situation. On one hand, you feel for Aoyama, On the other, you realize that he nearly could have cost everyone their lives, not just once, but on two separate occasions. Albeit some of his actions in both of those instances helped save everybody, or at least a couple people. He's very, very conflicting right now, which leaves us with the ultimate question. If you were the police in this situation or someone at the school, what do you even do with these people? What can even be done about this situation? If you arrest them and put them in jail, everyone who's been arrested put to jail that's a snitch dies. It's been proven. Do you just hold on to them and pretend that they are now double agents and you push them into an even worse situation? Do you hold on to them and just not let them out? Like, what do you do, Will? What would you do in this particular situation?
This situation here, especially with everything, I think Deku was the right in this situation to try and talk through it and give him a chance to right his wrongs and stuff like that. And I think everyone deserves a second chance. I do. But again, just I would make sure you know, like you may not survive this second chance, but I would let them go. I will let them go in hopes of like we have a plan, what we like to do. This is what we like to do. So that let me know if you're committed to doing this to try and redeem yourself to a degree, and just know that you will still be under watch, under surveillance, everything going forward. If this all works out and you manage to remain here, you still will be carefully monitored. Like you will be scrutinized heavily, intimately. Like you will not freaking be able to take a freaking crap without me knowing about it. Like that's just going how bad it's going to be because you put several people in danger, not only students, but the entire student body, the staff, freaking the families, parents, and stuff like everybody was in danger because again, all this information was given out. I give them a shot. Hey, this is what we want to do. We put together a plan. You want to help or not? The parents, they're on their own. I'd be like, look, don't say anything. Like you can go free. Don't say nothing. You say
We never
something.
caught you. This didn't happen.
You say something. He's gonna kill you. If he don't kill you, and we know that he knows from you, so that we're gonna arrest you. Like it's a no win for you either way. But this way, at least you have freedom to kind of get your affairs in order and figure out what the heck you gonna do. Because I don't think they're gonna survive. To be honest, I think they're gonna die. And then I think that's what's gonna be the turning point for Aoyama. Is like he's gonna go along kind of helping them, but he's gonna see his parents die anyway. So with that, and that's when he's gonna go all in. Like, yo, screw you all for one, and help help out the crew. So
And there's a lot of stuff with the crew in order to be helped. One last little note I wanted to address while I had you here. We have all for one, and his plan is so, so damn brilliant. Maniacal as all hell and cruel beyond a shadow of doubt, but brilliant. And every single piece, like he was alluding to, and he was talking to with Dobby and with Spinner, he was like, I have so many different variables built up for everything going on here. And for a boss to be sitting there talking to his henchmen and his crew and being like, yeah, you guys are all expendable. I have plan A, I have plan B, I have plan C. No matter what happens here, I will win. It doesn't matter. And then for him to be looking at Shigaraki as Shigaraki is literally like, I hate you. I hate everything about what's going on. I hate the situation. I hate All Might. And he's just like, he's slowly becoming me. He's becoming what I need him to be. To be that level of sadistic, to be that level of maniacal, and that level of diabolical. It's great writing. And I love it. I'm here for it. But you can see that there are some cracks forming in the villain team.
oh
There
yeah,
is dissemination slowly forming.
there's dissemination forming. I would be surprised somebody flips at some point, but also that's also your end. He wants what he wants. He's got a plan to get what he wants. So that you let him get to where he thinks he has it. He thinks he has it, and then that's where he's going to be at his weakest. Again, he wants to get one for all. He thinks he can take it. but he can't take it. It's got to be given willingly. So, with that being said, he gets to the point where he thinks he can take it. He thinks he has it. His guard is down and stuff like that, and then you let him have it with everything you got, and you obliterate him. That's going to be like one of the few ways. There's other ways, I'm sure. If I sit here and think about it long enough, there's other ways you figure out. But that's just off the top of my head. One way is you can get him. And I know that with everything that Deku was saying towards Aoyama, so with that, the principal, he thinks, miles ahead of everybody else. He should already be coming up with several different plans, scenarios, situations, and stuff on how to use Aoyama, how freaking to get, use Aoyama for the good, use Aoyama for the bad, whether he's expendable or not. So with that, you gotta remember, he's sadistic too. Humans ran tests on him and all that kind of stuff. So anytime he gets to cause pain and freaking strife and all that kind of stuff, freaking within limits, he does it. And that's just with the students. So think about what he may be willing to do to villains. Think about
There's
what he
many,
may be
many
willing to
different
do to
theories.
somebody.
There's many, many different speculations. The only people that we know for sure are losing in this scenario, the children. Will no one think of the children? Nobody will, because they're all just pawns on this board for All Might and All for One to position into place as this series continues to ride towards its epic conclusion. Be sure to hit that epic conclusion by hitting that little red subscribe button. It'll be the logo directly under Will in the bottom right corner or in the red description box below. I don't have any final thoughts. Will, do you have any final thoughts for the fans?
I just want to see what's going down. How are we going to make All for One make the first move that we want him to make? That is their next freaking goal. How are they going to do it? Let's find out.
All I can say, because I know too much, stay tuned.